I'm alive. I'm in the hotel. Getting out of here. We've been here for like 6 days. Unheard of. Ridiculous. Back to the trail today. Crush some miles, catch up to the tramley. Hopefully. We'll see what happens. They're pretty far ahead. Now between 70 and almost 100 miles ahead already. So we're gonna try though. We're gonna try. It's been raining all week, so they got kind of slowed up a little bit. They could have been really far ahead. So aiming for a 20 or something roughly today. So, and tomorrow and the next day. Back on the trail. Hello people. We're back. We're on the trail. About to be on the trail anyway. Went back to the visitor center where I got off from. Considered skipping some miles, but that would have been pretty messed up. So vetoed that. Back to the visitor center. I'll catch up with my crew. 20-mile days. Doubtful. But anyway, we're heading this way. Trail starts right on the other side of the street, right beside the stop sign. Good to be back. I don't know what it is about this mountain, but I like it. I like the name. So we're here, Walker Mountain. It's a nice name. I like that name. But nice viewpoint off here. First viewpoint of the day. Pretty snazzy. Very nice, very nice. First viewpoint of the day, and then it looks all downhill from here. But I am pumped to be back out here. Holed up in a hotel for 6 days, man. Messes with your head, but we're back out. Tramley, gonna catch up. Just gonna keep going. Keep going as long as I can today. So we'll see what happens. Feel pretty good. So gonna keep on rolling. Over here, the Lindamood, is it? Lindamood School. So after I get out of the guck here, let's go check it out. All right, we're continuing on. We're on a beautiful little grassy plain here in Virginia, right outside of Atkins, or in Atkins. Got cows over in the background, but we're about 14 miles into the day. It's about 4:30. I started at 11:30, so I'm making pretty good time. There was a very large section of today that was just flat, like right across. Even now, you can see as we're just walking across a field, it's been pretty flat. So hoping somewhere around the 15 to 18 mile range, I think today will be good. So gonna look for water, look for a campsite, see what happens. And next morning, we camped at Something Creek tent site. Really nice tent site here. It was 18 miles out of Marion. Beautiful flat spots, tons of hammock sites, water directly behind the campsite. Beautiful bear bagging spots. Highly recommend. But anyway, we're out. We're moving on. Sorry I don't record much in the nights when I get in. Usually it's just go, get ready, eat, go to bed. So moving on, hopefully another 18-ish day. Looks like weather's coming our way, so we'll see what happens. Let's do it. The quarter waypoint. I believe this is older, actually. I think we passed the quarter waypoint a while ago, but it is what it is. Right here, we're actually at mile 550. This is an older sign. It is what it is. Only 1,641 miles to go. But it's awesome. It's awesome. We've made it. We made it a quarter of the way. 25% of the Appalachian Trail done. Love it. awesome. So we just reached the top of our first climb today. It was probably 700 feet right out of the camp, so just went straight up. But not a bad climb, fairly switchbacky, nice terrain. Show you right here. There's actually just a little campsite on top of here, but we came up back from that way. You can see it's fairly smooth, and then we go that way. So it's been pretty good, relatively smooth today. The rocks at the beginning of yesterday destroyed my feet. Like, they were hurting so bad at the end of the night, but put my pack in my tent last night, kept them elevated while I slept, and I think that helped a ton. I have no pain in them currently, knock on head. And yeah, continue on. Made it about 2 miles in 45 minutes, so not too bad. Keep on rolling, aiming for 18-ish at least. Chestnut Knob looks like the end climb of the day, and it's right up there. But there's a shelter up there, and it looks beautiful, but I don't know, storms might come through. We'll see. We all play it by ear out here, so where we end up, we end up. So we've emerged, and we're back in balds and fields again, but nice little view over here anyway. Somewhere in Virginia. Not too sure. Not even sure how many miles I've gone today. I'm a pile of information, let me tell you, but feeling good. Terrain, still good. There are definitely cows in the field somewhere. I have not seen them, but the sky's starting to change a little. Supposedly thunderstorms, rain coming through. So, unavoidable, but try to keep going. Get through this. Good morning. Last video you saw was a little view of a bridge, river, creek, whatever it was, and a little campground area. That is where I stayed last night. Only 12 miles. Not very good. I decided to stop. I got there. I've been wanting to stay at one of those campgrounds like you could go swimming in for an extended period of time. Never did. So we were trying to crush huge miles all the time. Weather was supposed to be bad. Said, whatever. Got there at 4, set up shop, went swimming, 8, got back in my tent an hour later. It was pouring with thunderstorms, so glad I made the decision. I only would have went another 2 miles, as the big climb today is a 2,000 foot elevation climb, and there's no way I would have had time to do it. So we're heading up that way today. See where today takes us. All right, so we're out of the wooded area at the moment of that big initial climb. I think it's Chestnut Bald or Chestnut Knob we're going up. But as you can see, it is a very foggy day. So unfortunately, I doubt there will be anything view-wise up there. But it is what it is. See what happens. Maybe it'll mysteriously clear and have a view for me. But tough little climb. Just kept it a nice, slow, steady pace, and it wasn't too bad, I guess. So keep on going. I think we're probably at the halfway point. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but we'll see. So we're kind of approaching Chestnut Knob Shelter somewhere, clearly. Visibility is a little limited today, so we're heading up. It's what the terrain's been like essentially since I got out of the woods there. So it's you can see some trees and stuff, but it's a dreary day. Very moist, very foggy, very humid. So you just kind of develop little dewdrops on you, and it just keeps going all the time. Dewdrops everywhere. So get to Chestnut Knob, hopefully soon. So, found the shelter, but it's pretty foggy out. Heard that there were really cool views back in this way, but unfortunately, I don't get to see them today. Can't all be winners. Probably post up in the shelter for a minute, snack a little, head on out. Pretty cool little shelter here. Give you a look. So, apparently this used to be a fire outlook cabin, so got some bunks and stuff in here. Could probably fit a bunch of people up in here. So, and even comes with a fireplace. So we've come down into what I believe is Walker Gap. Actually, there were signs for trail magic here yesterday or later today, but just ran down that way. There's a place to get water. Apparently, no more water for like another 6 miles plus. So stocked up. We're heading up. Going up that way, appears we cross a ridge line. Hopefully there's a view or two, because the fog kind of broke and the sun's been fighting to come out, but I don't think he's going to make it. But a view or two would be nice, even in the clouds. So we're up on the ridge line. As the guidebook showed, it's definitely not flat. Guidebook shows it flat, but if you zoom in really close, you see there's a lot of ups and downs. And unfortunately, no views up here, which stinks. Did see a couple deer, I guess that was kind of cool, but we're pretty high up too. I guess that's cool. Finally, after miles of green tunnel, I got kind of a view. We're still up on the ridge line, and like that's a view, right? I mean, there's like farms and stuff. That's cool, right? Next morning, we're at Jenkins Shelter. So stayed here last evening, but needless to say, everybody's packed up. There's one other person still here, but yeah, they got out of here pretty quick. So it's probably like 10 people here. Ran into Nomad, who was with us initially in the beginning. Hadn't seen him since, but he's caught up. So nice to see a familiar face with the tramley so far ahead. And aiming for 23 today, which is insanity. So we'll just play it by ear. See what happens. This shelter, water's very sparse today too, so I don't know. See what happens. Today I feel like it's going to be an adventure, so off we go. So this is at the top of the first climb today. We came out, almost looks like a mesa, if you will. It just goes right up, levels off, and then goes back down. I think it's over the span of 3 miles or something. And we're in the flat area right now, so not too bad. If it stays like this today, that would be wonderful, but it will not. So gonna keep on going, enjoying the terrain so far. Okay, so that last video you just saw, we came down to a little forest road area here where there's water, a little bridge. It's refilling water, and 2 of the girls been hiking. We're like, hey, so I got some trail magic, you want to go? It's like, yeah. So the people at the local church here, I think it was New Hope Union, I forget the name, but yeah, they drove us down the trail about a mile to their church, and they had a huge breakfast waiting. So it was awesome, so awesome. So very cool people. If you happen to watch this, I greatly appreciate it. Fueled up. So on the downside, it is about noon, so I don't think 20 more miles is gonna happen today. So we're just gonna take it easy, see where we end up. So we've had some pretty smooth terrain in the beginning of the day, a wonderful trail magic breakfast here on Memorial Day, and now our first real view of the day. I could kind of see this out through the trees, but not very well. The green tunnel is really starting to take effect here, in case you can't tell. So it's getting harder and harder to see the views through the trees, but take any little view I can. I am a view man. Beautiful view today. So feeling good, just gonna keep pressing on.